Live streaming. Yes, yes, I am. Are you going to show me the link or no? Why is this process so extra? Post now. All right, there we go. All right, yay. So, said I was gonna go live around 8, so I'm a little bit late, but that's fine. Just got home, had 3 classes today. It's been a long day. I had to pick up some flyers that I left at one of my locations for this art auction coming up. But that's okay too. So, this announcement here, I'm gonna open up my email. I actually have not looked at this email all day because I wanted to wait to say all of the details while I was here and just read through it. I did open it up yesterday, just waking up. So I got some things, I scanned through it a little bit, but I'm about to read it and see what all is in here. It's good news, I know that much. All right. Let me see if I can share my screen. Don't judge my tabs. Hi, hello. What's up? Hey y'all, I'm live. So, I mean, you don't have to be like super quiet, but just a heads up. Okay. Dear Crystal. Actually, I'm going to turn this back around. If you had told me that this project would live, die, and be resurrected again, I might not have believed you. If you have published anthologies before, my respect and gratitude has deepened. I have not. We were just bumped up to the top of our publishers to finish list. And if you will still honor this collection with your words that I have held close to my heart these months, years, lifetimes, we love your work and are considering to include it in the publication, Nothing to Lose But Our Chains, Black Voices on Activism, Resistance, and Love. There are some edits that I would like to suggest. You can see them in the attached document that shows those edits with track changes. Never heard of track changes. There's also an attachment where you can see what your piece will look like with those edits accepted. Because we're working with such a tight timeline, we need a response from you by May 31st. I really thought it was June 1st, but that's cool. Gonna do that tonight. We realize this is a very short time frame and apologize for the urgency in this process. You can either respond to this email stating that you approve the suggested edits and agree to have your work appear in this anthology. You can tell me to kindly go somewhere. Or you can use the document with track changes to make any edits to those suggestions, blah, 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 blah. Please confirm the address on your contributor agreement so we can send you the check and your contributor copies. So in the event, they're still saying like in the event your work is included in this book, telling me my offer is compensation, and I get 10 contributor copies. So I'm gonna get 10 copies of this anthology, Nothing to Lose But Our Chains, Black Voices on Activism, Resistance, and Love. And I got all my documents right here. So I just need to sign it and tell them it's cool. Yes, I like the edits. So what this is It's what it sounds like. I've been waiting on this basically all last year, it feels like. This anthology came up. I don't remember how I came upon it. Someone sent it to me or something, and I submitted a blog post about yoga and activism and being queer and all those things together, and being Black, obviously. And it just kind of talked about how white folks like to use like enlightenment as a way to erase Black folks' realities, and other Black folks too. And just dealing with the language around like leaving everything on the mat, or just going into spaces where you're doing yoga or some spiritual thing and you're forgetting that everything else exists. When I leave the mat, I'm still a Black woman in America, in this world. So the blog post is just on that and how to actually harness that power that you can get in spaces like this. So I'm gonna read it because y'all are my subscribers and y'all should see it first. Ooh, this is the original. All right. Practice Black queer yoga and activism. Always write like I'm talking, so that's gonna be what's happening here. So here's the thing. As a Black yogini, I'm not all about peace. I believe in righteous anger and agitation to stir a particular type of awareness. I am about internal peace. This is what I teach and promote in my yoga practice through my art and with my demeanor. With internal peace comes realization of internal power. Once you truly recognize your power and value, you learn to fight for the freedom to exist and revel in it. You don't just speak arbitrarily. You don't just advocate for something you halfway believe, wishing it'll feel real for you one day. Black is beautiful becomes real. Black love becomes deeply felt. Black community is created and upheld. You actually believe in your human value. You actually revere your existence. You're reminded of your inherent power and become more in tune with it. Then you fight harder, more strategically, and more passionately. I am about community support, community organizing, community strengthening, and community wealth. As a yoga instructor in my community, I recognize that on and off my mat, I'm still a Black queer woman and womanist. And no matter how close I get to samadhi, no matter how far I can remove attachment to physicalities, no matter how many pranayamas I practice or asanas I teach, that identity will not change. And practitioners should not and cannot realistically use yoga and meditation to escape everyday struggles related to similar identities. How can I truly escape when looming in my mind are the ever-present reminders of how undervalued and dismissed I have been in my Black feminine body? How can I truly believe I am valued outside of myself when I know that in far too many spaces, my silence is valued more than my voice? How can I truly believe I'm safe when I exist as a Black queer woman in this world, when my very Blackness, whether I'm healing myself or community, whether I'm speaking with love or anger, whether I'm sleeping on my couch, driving in a car, walking down a street, trying to enter my home, loving another woman, opening my front door, caring for a child, protecting my home, laughing too loudly, or owning my womanness can get me violated, harassed, silenced, or killed. While breathing the same air as white supremacy, root chakra affirmations like I am valued, I am loved, I am safe start to feel like wishful thinking. Because affirmations rely on faith and confidence, it becomes necessary to morph this into something more believable, like I am valuable, I am loved, my spirit is safe within me. This is something I can believe. It affirms my right to simply take up space and live more fully in this world. My spiritual being, however expansive and adventurous, will always be safe if I allow it to rest in safe places. I must always be that first safe haven because the world will not be that for me. Every moment isn't about Zen for people like us when life awaits just on the borders of our mats. It isn't practical for us to use yoga to step into the light or leave it all on the mat. It's much more effective for us to harness that clarity, serenity, internal peace, and strength we find during practice and put it to good use. Step into your power. Walk away with it. Build and maintain your center so you remain strong enough to battle for your freedom. And while you're at it, practice with your community. Take your buying power to Black women instructors, not just any Black, queer, or woman instructor, but the ones that invest in, lift up, and support their own. In the meantime, accept this offering and use it to connect with and honor your inherent power as a magical Black woman. If that is not your identity, use it to honor the feminine within you so you can better show up for the women and femme-centered individuals around you. Be radical, get free, and recenter frequently. Keep your power up, but don't ever believe this self-care thing is for folks with luxury. Don't ever utilize it as escapism. This practice is for you. Now, I've also included a practice called the Goddess Grounding Ritual. Trying to figure out if I should share that too. Let's go ahead. So this is one of my practices. If you are watching, go ahead and find a comfortable space. I'll go ahead and talk through it so you can go through this practice with me or as I speak it. Sit comfortably on your mat, a towel, or directly on the earth in cross-legged easy pose. Tilt the bottom of the pelvis forward, rounding the lower spine and sinking the base of the spine into the earth. Close your eyes and begin to breathe deeply into the abdomen. Expand your belly on the inhale and press it back to your spine on the exhale. Do this slowly until the slow pace becomes your natural rhythm. Now revisit those root chakra affirmations or personal variation of them. I am valuable. I am loved. My spirit is safe within me. Speak each one aloud on the exhale. Feel the power of those words enter you on the inhale. I am valuable. I am loved. My spirit is safe within me on your exhales. Let it enter you on your inhales. Again, as you exhale, I am valuable. I am loved. My spirit is safe within me. I am valuable. I am loved. My spirit is safe within me. I am valuable. I am loved. My spirit is safe within me. You can repeat this as many times as you need to, feeling the power of the words on your inhales, reciting it on your exhales. Then bring the soles together to create a circuit of flowing energy. Allow the knees to drop out to your sides. Press the palms into the earth, under the ankles, into an easy tortoise pose. So you're just going to fold forward. On each exhale, fold forward to bring the chest closer to the earth, the face closer to the feet. Hold here for 5 long breaths. Remember the long breathing. I'll cycle between these two poses, this tortoise pose, then back up. Continue your breathing, continue this chant as long as you need to, as long as it feels good. I am valuable. I am loved. My spirit is safe within me.